Welcome back to another episode of Grit on the Rocks podcast. Today, all right, fellas, you ready? Grab your drink, light up a cigar if you have to, because we're going to dive into a topic that'll either have you nodding in agreement or texting your buddy like, bro, does that sound like my ex? Today, we're tackling 7 types of women you should never date, or even worse, marry. And hey, ladies, before you come at me with pitchforks, I'm cool with you making a list of men too. And hey, we might even make a list of 7 types of men you shouldn't date or marry. But we're talking to men. And like I said before, I checked the analytics of the podcast, and it seems like a huge part of our audience is women. So you are taking notes. Yep.
That's good to know.
So, yeah, let's get started.
This podcast is a Buenos Dias Media production.
This is the Grit on the Rocks podcast, where raw conversations meet smooth sips. Pull up a chair, pour your favorite drink, puff on your favorite cigar, and join us as we dive into the convos that matter. No scripts, no barriers, just unfiltered truth served straight up. Cheers to the real ones out there. Salud.
Yeah. So, yeah, this can seem a little tough for some. But if you're not one of these women, you shouldn't get offended. And if you are, then it's time to take a look at yourself, I guess, right? So like I said, we're going down a list of 7 types of women you shouldn't date, or even worse, marry. Mind you, I did not write this list. You know, this is one of those posts that you find online and you tweak it, you know, for the audience. And, you know, I just saw it based on the title and I decided, hey, we could read this together for the first time and react. Plus, as usual, we have our whiskey bar wisdom. We have some barstool banter. And another round of newly labeled male, fail, or meh. And I'm not sure if we have hero of the day, but we'll find out as we go along in the show. So this and so much more, you are listening to Grit on the Rocks podcast, a Buenos Dias media production.
The views and opinions expressed by the host, guest, and/or participants of this show do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Buenos Dias Media LLC, its associates, partners, and show sponsors. The content is intended for entertainment purposes and should not be construed as professional advice. Listener discretion is advised.
Yes, this is not professional advice in any way, shape, or form.
Quick question before we move along.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree or disagree with any of those?
I don't know. I haven't read them all.
Oh, you haven't read them?
I tweaked some just for against audience purposes, but I didn't like read them and like pay attention to them like that.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I would have to say just based on titles, yes, I have to agree with some, if not all of them. Listen, these are types of women. Doesn't mean all women. I'm not saying women are the devil. I'm just saying there are types of women out there, and just like there are types of men. And some people, because there's someone for everyone, some people like these types of people, men and women. Okay, so first off, we are a week after Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was very, very dull, very boring because I made the Thanksgiving dinner. It was just my wife and I. I thought my daughter was going to come early with the kids, but they decided to come like late at night, eat, and go home.
Nice.
She didn't even come with her husband, But I understand because she was under the weather, so she wasn't feeling too good.
Okay.
So, like I said, we just sat here, we ate, and we just relaxed. Not much to do.
Nice. Oh, hey. long as there's relaxation involved, I'm all
Yes,
for
sir.
it.
Being thankful, that's the first of all. So,
Exactly. Yes. Which we are very thankful for all of you who listen, who watch. If you're watching on
Very.
Rumble or on YouTube, you can like, subscribe, and comment. If you're listening to us through on podcast app, right? Be it Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or some other platforms that have picked up the podcast, like, follow, or subscribe, whatever the option it may give you. And now some of these podcast apps are giving you also the option of adding comments. So we invite you to do so. And again, you can go to gridontherocks.com, scroll down to the Contact Us section if you want to send us a message, if you want to participate in one of the segments like Barstool Banter, Whiskey Bar Wisdom, Hero of the Day, and more that we'll keep adding. You can send us a message if you just want to say what's up, if you want to give us, I don't know, ideas, whatever.
you name it, we'll probably be on it.
So, okay, so let's jump into this list of 7 types of women you shouldn't date or marry. And then number 1, again, no specific order, doesn't mean this is the number 1 answer, it's just the number 1 on the list, is the manipulative maven or manipulative woman. These individuals may use emotional manipulation, guilt tripping, or deceit to control their partners. Such relationships can be emotionally draining and damaging to self-esteem. Quote, "This is the woman who can convince you it's your fault she didn't like her birthday gift that she picked out. Her Jedi mind tricks make you question your reality. If you ever apologize for something you didn't do, then you've met her. You're probably dating her, probably married her."
Wouldn't that be narcissist?
No, actually, narcissist is the next one. I mean, it's all narcissism
Yeah,
when you look at
exactly.
it, because the
Because
person.
they try to manipulate the situation to make it, even though it's their fault, they try to make it look like it's your fault.
Our narcissists, yes, will never admit to anything that is not positive,
Right.
and will even admit to what they don't do when it involves credit or something positive.
Mm-hmm.
So that was number 1, manipulative woman. So if you're dating, if you're going on a few dates and all of a sudden you see these red flags popping up, I'm not telling you break up. It's not what we're saying.
Run.
But it might be something you might want to run, or you might want to address, especially when dating, because it's like you see some people go and they start this dating and it's like they refuse to see anything wrong with the person. And I get
Right,
it. You're in love.
Is it like infatuations in some sort of?
Well, when you fall in love, sometimes it's not even love. It can be
Yeah.
infatuation. It can be lust. And it's like they refuse to see anything. And again, if it's a booty call, if it's somebody you're just dating and you're just
Keep it at
having
that.
fun, then whatever. But when you're talking about, I want to live with this person, I want to marry this person, and then and this goes both ways, women and men. Then all of a sudden you see they're deep into the relationship, they're exchanging I love yous, they probably lived together, probably got married, and then all of a sudden, surprise! Oh, I don't like this and I don't like that and I'm unhappy. So what did you do about it? Oh, I knew this was going to happen. So why did you proceed?
Everything is like they say in Spanish, todo color de rosa, like everything's nice and pink
Yeah.
in the beginning, you know? Everything is hidden.
Yeah,
No,
and
nobody will
that
see.
happens. I mean, not everyone shows their true colors and shows who they truly are. But I say there's always some type of red flag. Always, because you can't truly mask who you are. Unless you're one of these psychos that they live like totally different lives and it's just, they're like serial killers in the low and you don't even know, oh shit, like that's different. That takes a type of psycho to pull that shit off. But usually there are red flags. Something. You'll see it. Probably somebody points it out. But you know what happens? They get upset at the person who points it out. Anyway, let's proceed. Number 2. The narcissist next door or narcissist woman. Women with narcissistic traits. Wait, and let me clarify. You can even take this and apply it to men. You can say the manipulative man does the same shit. The narcissist man does the same shit that the women do. So, women with narcissistic traits often prioritize their own needs and desires above others. They may lack empathy and exploit their partners for personal gain, leading to one-sided and unfulfilling relationships. You think you're dating a team player until you realize the only MVP on her roster is herself. She's the type to ask how your day was just so that she can change the conversation and segue into a 30-minute monologue about her nails. Narcissistic woman. Again, narcissistic man, same shit.
Yep.
You know, they'll ask the woman, how's your day? And 30 seconds into them telling them about their day, they start talking about their car. They start talking about their money or their friend or some dumb shit. Like, yeah, that's how it works. It's both ways. So, ladies, I don't want you to get upset. If you do, I mean, it's up to you, but we try to keep it fair. In the last episode that I did, also did the same thing. It was a list of, forgot, what was it? It was, how to treat your partner. It was how to treat your man, right? Keep him happy or whatever it is in the relationship and keep the spark going, right? That was
but it was switched over to like midway through the show itself. It was changed to both.
It speaks about both, right? Okay. So number 3, the drama queen supreme. Constant drama and conflict can be exhausting and an unsustainable relationship. Women who thrive on drama may create unnecessary stress and chaos, making it challenging to maintain a healthy and stable connection. She's got more theatrics than a soap opera. Everything is a catastrophe. You forgot to text back in 10 minutes? Clearly, you're cheating. Didn't compliment her on her shoes? Prepare for the next 3-hour interrogation. So, yeah, that's the drama queen, supreme woman.
You're in a meeting and you cannot answer the phone at the moment.
Oh, how dare you. How dare you not answer the phone? How dare you not text?
Who the hell you were with?
and I get it. If you're like me, I get high anxiety if I text my wife or my son, and you know, if I know they're going somewhere, especially here in New York City with all the shit that's happening, trains, etc. I do get a little anxiety when I'm like, you know, I hit them up and they don't, you know, get back to me. I'm like, all right, I'll send maybe another text after a while, obviously. Now I'm not talking about 30 seconds in, you know, but if like 10, 15 minutes go by, I hit up again, everything okay? As long as I say yes, that's it. That's all I needed to know. But yes, some women and some men, yeah, they're very dramatic. Everything is about me. Everything is so catastrophic. Everything is so big. Oh my God, how am I going to do this? Oh my God, it's the end of the world. And it's probably like the dumbest shit ever. And sadly, eventually that takes a toll on the relationship. Some men, some women, they're so dramatic and they feed off of so much drama that they feed off of other people's drama. And they make it their drama when it has nothing to do with you. But that's what they'll take to the house. That's what they take to their spouse or their partner or their boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is.
I would like to see a poll, you know, to see who's more dramatic, the man or the woman.
Well, I mean, that's obvious. Women. I mean,
Wow.
no offense, women, but
Be surprised.
It's a reality. No, it's a reality. It's biological. It's women are very hormonal and they're very emotional. That's just a fact.
True.
You know, I'm not trying to
There's
shit
a lot
on
of
women.
guys that are hormonal.
Of course, there's
hormonal
tons
too.
of men that are dramatic. There are tons of men. They're, you know, just
Overdramatic.
like that. But if we look at an overall picture, and I'm not trying to I'm not trying to insult women. It's just women have been proven to be more emotional. Are there women out there that are tougher than men? Of course. Are there women out there that are disconnected more than men? Of course. But as an overall, women are more emotional, which is why when they say, and again, it's not me, this is what statistics say, when women cheat, it affects more because women are emotional. So you had to get emotionally involved with this person to screw up.
Mhm.
And so it I guess it hurts more. I mean, I wouldn't know, and I hope and pray that I never do. But yeah, I mean, women are more dramatic because they are more emotional, and there's more going in their bodies, more happening in there than we can even understand. So let's take a quick break from this list, and let's hear from one of our supporters. And when we come back, we'll do some whiskey bar wisdom. Remember, if you want to participate in one of our segments, go to gridontherocks.com and write to us through our contact us section. You go to the website, scroll all the way to the bottom, and you find it right there. So we'll be right back. This is Grit on the Rocks podcast, a Buenos Dias media production.
Looking to connect with like-minded men who share your drive for success and passion for the finer things in life? Welcome to the Apex Gentlemen's Guild, a private members club for men who value ambition, camaraderie, giving back, and personal growth. For a limited time while we're fully remote, you can join the guild for free. Gain access to tons of motivational content, exclusive events, insightful discussions, and a network of high-performance individuals. Don't miss this chance to elevate your social circle. Request to join today at facebook.com/groups/Apex Gentlemen's Guild, or give us a like at facebook.com/Apex Gentlemen's Guild. The Apex Gentlemen's Guild, excellence forged in unity.
All right. So let's we're back. Yes, we're back. Let's do because this list is short. All right, so let's jump into some whiskey bar wisdom, where you submit the stories and we provide the laughter, sometimes some unprofessional advice. Yeah, whiskey bar wisdom.
Whiskey bar wisdom.
All right, there's nothing magical about it. Here, drink this. Tell me what's on your mind. Come on.
Whiskey bar wisdom. You provide the stories, we provide the opinions, unprofessional advice and the laughter. Grit on the Rocks podcast.
All right. So this submission comes to us from Jake from Kansas. Hey, Grit on the Rocks team. First off, love the podcast. It's like sitting at a bar with the best and loudest advice you never knew you needed. Figured I'd throw in my 2 cents for whiskey bar wisdom straight from Big Sky Country. So last summer, my buddy Joey and I decided to go fly fishing. Neither of us really knows how to fish, but we figured, how hard can it be? Spoiler alert, harder than it looks. About 2 hours of 0 bites, Joey gets the brilliant idea to use beef jerky as bait. You read that right, beef jerky. His reasoning, fish gotta love meat, right? Fast forward 20 minutes, and I'm untangling Joey's line from a nearby tree when somehow I end up in the river. So now I'm soaked. Joey's laughing so hard he can't breathe, and we still haven't caught a single fish. That's when I realized 2 things. 1, life, like fishing, is 90% patience and 10% dumb luck. Sometimes you catch something, and sometimes you end up soggy and snackless. 2. The people you're with matter more than what you're doing. Because let's be honest, I'll take a day falling in the river with Joey over a perfect day catching fish with someone boring. So, if life got you tangled up or feeling like you're not catching anything, just laugh it off, share the beef jerky, and remember the company makes the trip. Cheers, Jake from Kansas. P.S. Joey still wears beef jerky is Joey still swears beef jerky is the bait of the future. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Manly in what? Ingenuity or just plain dumb. So this guy actually offered whiskey bar wisdom. Not really asking much. I mean, what do we think? I think what he says is right on the money. Like, it's true.
No, what he said, yeah, it is so true. And to have somebody that you can't talk to, you can't relate,
Yep.
just sitting there next to you, it'll be boring enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But if you have somebody that's, you have fun, like you and me, we'll crack up on anything, talk about any little bullshit, and we'll just start laughing.
Yep.
And even if we don't catch anything, we'll still have fun.
Yeah, because fishing in itself, it's boring.
It's tedious, huh?
It just takes long. It takes a lot of patience.
Especially
Sometimes
fishing.
you spend hours and you get nothing. But when you have good company, this is why I like fishing. I won't go fishing by myself. I won't go fishing with somebody, I can't chill with. But I've gone fishing, and even if I don't catch anything, I have a good time because it's either with one of my brothers or my dad, stuff like that, or my son. But yeah, it's true. The company does make the trip. And again, his reflection on life, his comparisons of, fishing is 90% patience and 10% dumb luck. That is very true when it comes to life. And the people you're with matter more than what you're doing. So yeah, that's some great
what I don't
whiskey
get
bar
is,
wisdom.
What I don't get is how did he get his line tangled up in a tree?
I don't know. Well, it's happened to me. When you go
But
to
that's
like these
fly fishing. You're supposed to be in a
fly
lake,
fishing
like
is usually
open.
a lake. Yeah. Well, it's usually a lake, but it's also like brooks and rivers.
True.
So yeah, that's when it's happened to me, when I've gone to these small spaces and I throw my line really hard and it ends up like across the water to land again, and it ends up like in the trees or whatnot, or a twig stuck in the water or some dumb shit like that. That's the most frustrating part to me about fishing, is when your line keeps getting tangled. You got to cut it, set it up again, and
Yeah.
All right, so let's continue with the list, and we are on number 4. The emotional ghost, or emotionally unavailable woman. This is the list of 7 types of women, or men, I guess, that you shouldn't date, or even worse, marry. So the emotional ghosts. Partners who are emotionally unavailable may struggle to connect on a deeper level or express vulnerability. This can lead to feelings of neglect and frustration for their partners, hindering the development of intimacy and trust. You open up to her, and her response is crickets. This is the woman whose idea of vulnerability is admitting she's someone who skips breakfast. You feel like you're dating a mannequin with Wi-Fi. So, I mean, I said this before when we talk about disconnected people, women and men. That's how they are. They're emotionally unavailable. You open your heart out. You open your heart up, you wear your heart on your sleeve, like they say, and you talk up a storm and how I feel, and they just look at you like, nice. Okay. Yeah. Or they say some dumb shit or some shit that's like, comes from left field. That is like, what? You know, it just, they change the topic.
Yeah, most of the time that you see that when they're on the phone. It's like they'll be like so focused on their phone, and you open up and you talk to them, and out of random, it's like, "Hey, honey, did you see this video?" It's
Yeah,
just totally changed the whole conversation.
it's annoying. It is annoying, people. So if you see this in a woman or a man, I think the best bet is to address it quickly. And if not, then if you're if you're a disconnected person, also, then you'll probably have like one of those types of buddy relationships.
Mhm.
You know, there's no true emotion there. So, number 5 is the control freak commander, the controlling woman. Control is often a sign of insecurity or a desire for power. Again, this is something that applies to both men and women. Women who exhibit controlling behavior may dictate their partner's actions, isolate them from friends and family, or undermine their autonomy, leading to feelings of suffocation and resentment. She's not just riding shotgun, she's got the GPS, the steering wheel, and the gas pedal. God forbid you want to hang out with the boys, she'll put that on your permanent record like it's high school detention. So, again, this is something that applies to both men and women. What I'm about to say, I'm just saying this is the perspective, just in case I don't want to get attacked.
You know,
But
piss off a lot of people.
it can piss off people. I'm just saying what it is. This is something that it goes both ways. It looks worse on a woman. And I know everybody's all free and, hey man, we're equal, man. The perspective is, no matter how you look at it, I'm not saying that I agree with that. I'm just saying, especially in the Hispanic community, in the Hispanic culture, it is very frowned upon when a woman does it. It's more normal when a man does it. Is it right? No, no matter who does it. Just get that out there. But yeah, when this happens, it opens up doors to getting made fun of by your friends, getting made fun of by your boys. You know, start doing the whoosh, whoosh, sound effects and all that shit, because it happens. And it is more normal when men being more controlling with the woman. Again, I'm not saying I agree with that, because that's not how I run my household. That's not how we operate as a couple. But I've also seen it that way too, where women can't even talk on the phone. Who are you talking to? What are you doing?
That comes from a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know, it's always been that way, especially in the machismo. You know,
Yeah.
the men had to work, the women had to stay home. They had to clean, and the men brought the bread. So it was always the men. You know, like I said, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it, but it's always been.
Back then you would see a lot of the men, they hang out, but God forbid their wife says that they want to go out.
Yep.
Oh no, you could go to church. That you can do. You want to go to the movies? I go with you, or the kids go with you. You're not going with friends. You want to go have a ladies' night and go have, I don't know, like a wine night? Oh no.
Let alone a vacation.
Yeah, vacation. Well,
let alone a vacation to the Bahamas.
yeah, well, that's different. I don't even agree with that. Like the whole, let's take a girls trip to the beach, man. And a week later, no, we're not doing that. You know, and again, it's not true. And I guess if you don't have little kids, I guess it's okay. But when you have kids, I don't think the man should be like, hey, I'm going to take a week trip with the guys. Where are you going? Oh, I'm going to Vegas. Oh, I'm going to the, I don't know, South Beach or whatever.
Yeah, Miami and whatnot.
Shouldn't be a thing, but that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. I'm just saying that is my opinion. But, you know, I like having my guys' night. I go out with the guys, you know, have a few drinks. Usually, you know, I end up like at a cigar lounge is where I really hang out. I don't really hang out like that. It's either a business meeting or a business I don't know, networking thing, or if it's quote unquote hanging out, I'm at a cigar lounge. And I've even taken my wife to see, this is where I hang out. This is my domain. This is my man space here. You know, and she does her thing too. She goes with her friends. They do ladies' night or they go out for dinner and drinks. No problem with that. But back then, that wasn't a thing. You know, it was all about control. No. Anyway, so that was number 5. So we still have 2 more on the list. But before we do that, it's time for another round of male, fail, or meh, where we list 7 things and comment if we think that they're manly or not, or neither, which is meh, and see how many men agree or disagree with us. So, this is male, fail, or meh.
And now it's time for Grit on the Rocks' Male, Fail, or May, where our host and guest go down today's list and share their opinion on whether they think if it's manly or not, or neither, and see if men across America agree. Now give it up for our Grit on the Rocks show host.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. This is Male, Fail, or Meh on Grit on the Rocks podcast, where we list 7 things and comment if we think it's male, right? If it's manly, if it's a fail, if it's not manly, or it's neither, if it's meh. All right. So number 1, we have here gardening. Male, fail, or meh?
I go with meh. Because
You
it could
think
be
it's
done
meh?
by either.
You think it's meh? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
think it's,
it could be done by either. It's women will probably do more flowers. Men will probably do more vegetations, even though the women also do the vegetations.
yeah, I agree. I think it's meh. You know, it's neither not manly or manly. It's just it is what it is. So,
Oh, really?
57% of men think it is male, is manly. Growing your own food, that's peak self-resilience.
Well, that's what I said.
You said meh. Yeah, but
Yeah, but that's what I
You
said.
think it's manly.
Usually the men will grow like vegetations, like the vegetables, fruits, and whatnot.
well, 20% of men believe that it's not manly. If you're wearing a sun hat with flowers on it, we need to talk. And 23% of men believe it's meh. Herbs are fine, but do you really need a rose garden? Which that goes along with what you said. I mean, women can do flowers. I mean, men can do flowers too, but it's usually the norm. And I hate that I have to clarify this shit because it's like, I'm so tired of that. You got to be careful. You don't offend people. Like, I mean, it is what it is. This is what people think. That's it. So, tomatoes and jalapenos for salsa, it's for men. Naming your succulents is not for men. Unless they're called Ocantor. Whatever that means.
What the hell is that?
Number 2. Owning a cat. Male, fail, or meh?
I'll go with fail.
I
It's not
believe
that
it's-
manly.
Yeah.
They're still gonna have it, but usually females are into more cats. Men are more into dogs.
Yeah, I have to agree in certain point. Again, this is what we think. This is our opinion, damn
Our
it.
opinion,
I hate
right.
that we have to justify an opinion. My opinion is if you're married and you guys have a cat, it's okay. It could it's manly, whatever. But if you live alone and you live with a cat, that's kind of weird for me. So it's kind of a fail. So
sharing a cat of tuna?
Yeah, like I don't know. And I've seen it, and I know people that are just men that live
Enjoy
by
cats.
themselves and think it's just a cat or 2 or 3. I just, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's not manly, but not
Going
for
on
me.
to that, which cat would you think it would be more manly?
I don't know. I don't know anything about cats.
I'll go with a black cat. Like
I
this one.
mean, that's what I'm
Or
saying.
stripe,
Yeah,
you know?
but it's again, I hate because I do know people that they live alone and they have cats.
Yeah, you're not the
But
only one.
let me just say, yeah, it's not for me. Let's put it that way. So, what do we get?
Oh,
49% of men believe it's male, that it's manly, because cats are stealthy ninjas and they have the ultimate predator energy. 21% think that it's a fail, that is not manly, because posting selfies with Mr. Whiskers every day is a fail. And 30% think that it's man. Cats are cool, but let's not pretend they're wolves. 49% respect cats as independent bros. The 21% are still salty over litter box duties.
it works the same with dogs. You see a dude, they have a pit bull or a bulldog, and they'll take a lot of selfies together.
Yeah.
But you get a dude, a big muscular man with a little Pomeranian. He
Yeah.
ain't gonna take a whole lot of selfies together.
Yeah, true. Unless it's a soy boy.
Well,
So, number 3, drinking a fruity cocktail. Male, fail, or meh?
I go with me.
Man, I think it's a fail. Now, I like to keep it 100. I'm keeping it a buck. I like fruity cocktails. I enjoy them.
That's so do I.
Do I think they're manly? No, I think they're not manly. I think it's a fail, but I do it. You know, I'm just
No,
keeping
I
it a buck.
enjoy my girly drink, but let alone it's just saying it there. It's a girly drink.
Like, I hate it when I go to the bar and I'd be like, "Can I have a Grey Goose and Jesus, what's the name of that juice? I haven't drank that in a while." With Grey Goose and cranberry with a splash of pineapple, and then the drink is pink. I hate that, but I drink it because it's just fucking delicious. But is it manly? The drink might be, 'cause that shit is strong, but it doesn't look manly. So, what do we get? 63% of men believe that it's manly, that it's male, because Mai Tai on the beach is alpha moves. I don't know about that.
Hey,
12% believe that it's a fail. If you call your pink drink, you're flirting with fail. See, that I agree with. 25% keep the umbrella, ditch the glittery straw. A fruity cocktail screams male until you ask the bartender to make it cute. Okay.
well, it's sort of there, you know,
Uh,
because if you ask for whiskey on the rocks, you know that's more manly. It's more expected.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know. So I'm saying
I'll say man.
I've never. I mean, since I got into whiskey, I don't really. I've never ordered whiskey at a bar. I usually buy my own bottle, and when I go to the lounge, I take my own stuff, and
I've had my share of
I've never, because it's usually.
whiskey.
Well, I think once. No, once someone ordered it for me, and that shit was so hard to drink. It was so strong, I couldn't enjoy it. So
No, I
listen,
had my Jack Daniels.
I'm the type of person that I have to enjoy what I'm drinking or smoking. It's like when we talk about cigars, like, I like this. I taste this. I taste a good cigar. That's it. If I enjoy it, if it's nice and smooth, I enjoy mild cigars. So if I'm having a mild cigar with a good whiskey that I like, I happen to like chocolate whiskey. And I know that those manly men out there that drink that hard whiskey, that, 99%, 100% proof, they might laugh at me. And that's okay. But I stick to my 60%. Dark chocolate whiskey, and I love it with a good cigar. It pairs great. Like this Saturday, I went with my son, and he's the one who was like, hey, there was this lounge I had spoken about visiting, and he just invited me. He's like, hey, why don't we go and we went to that lounge, and it was very stuffy. It was like the ventilation wasn't great. It's like the cigar smell was very strong. It was very
overpowering.
It was concentrated in that area, and I was like, and then like their selection wasn't great. So we ended up leaving. We went to the lounge I usually go to, and we had a great time. And we stopped, bought a bottle of whiskey. We had some champagne cigars, and it was amazing. Okay. Anyway, number 4 is crying during a movie, which I have admitted to doing before.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see what men think. Is it male, fail, or meh?
Meh.
You think it's
not manly? Well,
not manly or not manly?
It's not manly, but it's not non-manly.
It's not manly. Yeah, I don't know. If I say meh, it's because I'm trying to justify myself. But I can't say it's not manly. But
it depends on the movie.
No, it's just
because there's some movies it was just prick a chord that you have that they'll just make you
and that's why if I say it's manly, I'm lying because I don't think it's manly. I can't say it's not manly, but in a way I should say that because I guess we'll stick to meh. It's neither manly or not manly. But to be honest, if I hear someone crying at a movie, I'm gonna make fun of them. So no, I have to keep it 100. I think it's not manly. So I'll take the L on that one. I'm not manly, I guess, because I've cried in movies. I've said that openly and publicly. You can check previous episodes where I admit to it. Okay, so let's see. So you said it's what, meh? Okay, so I get a because I think it's a fail. 34% of men believe that it's manly because real men cry, but only for Gladiator or Old Yeller. 41% believe it's not manly, that is a fail, because if you ugly cry over rom-coms is a fail. That is very true. Like if you're crying at a rom-com, and then 25% believe it's meh. Single tear equals meh. Full sob, that's a tough sell. So 34% cried during The Notebook. The 41% saved their tears for sports finals.
I still haven't seen that movie. Notebook.
I don't know. My wife has mentioned it to me so many times. She recently went with her best friend to see it on Broadway. She's seen the movie, but they went to see the show on Broadway, and she was like, "Oh my God, it's so great!" And she's been telling me to watch the movie. I think about it. I think that would be a movie that might make me a little emotional. So which is why I haven't. There's certain movies I try to avoid, especially not this one, not The Notebook, but there are movies that I do avoid if I know it's gonna strike a chord on something that I've lived, or so I try to just avoid that. I don't want to like dig into like old wounds and etc.
Right.
All right. So number 5. Binge watching reality TV. Male, fail, or meh?
Fail.
I agree. I think it's a fail. I think reality TV is just garbage. There's maybe one or two things that I'm like, oh, okay. And maybe when it first started, the whole reality TV thing was like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's new. Now it's just all these like, what is it? The Bachelor. And
no,
Bachelorette,
that's just garbage.
Real Housewives, all this shit to me. So
it's all women. It's all women stuff. That Jersey Shore and all that bullshit.
Jersey Shore, I watch.
Oh,
maybe
I was hoping that you would say no. You wouldn't watch.
No, I did. Okay, so I didn't watch that. I didn't care for it. But my younger brother, your younger brother, was like a super fan. and he would come over my house and watch it, and eventually it's like, you start asking questions and who's this and what's happening. And I got into maybe one of the seasons. Not that I watched it avidly, not that like, oh wait, the show is on, I can't miss it. Not like that. But I did watch it, and I got into it for a short period of time, and it was actually interesting.
No, the only reality show that I would watch, it would be like more like game shows, American Ninja Warrior, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a little bit more interesting. But
So
the rest,
you said it's a fail. I said it's a fail also. So no, that's not true.
finally I got one.
We got that because
Damn,
at 22%.
The last game I was hitting them all, and now I just fuck at it.
22% of men believe that it's manly, that it's, male, because survival shows equals respect. Watching The Bachelor is risky territory. That is true. 53% of men believe that it's a fail because you're giving Real Housewives recaps energy here. 25% of men believe that it's meh. Survivor is a pass. Love Island is a pass out. If it's about survival, it's male. If it's about catfights, it's a fail. That is true. All right, number 6. Using an electric scooter. Male, fail, or meh?
I'm going to say male. So it depends on the scooter.
Yeah. Based on my experience in New York, I gotta say it's a fail because the type of people that I see riding these, it's not, they're not the manliest of men. Let's just,
I know what you're saying.
So, let's see. You said it's male, right? Okay, right. So nope. 19% of men believe that it's manly because scooting with sunglasses. Okay, fine. Whatever.
See, but that all depends. It all depends on what scooter.
Well, a scooter, an electric scooter.
Right. There's those
There's only
simple
one
ones.
kind of electric.
There's the other
scooter.
ones where like they're big wheels. They look more manly.
I guess for some people it looks manly. 60% of men believe that adding a bell or tassels is a major fail. 21% just don't call it your ride. 19% said it's eco-friendly. The 60% said it's embarrassing. Okay, last one. Scented lotions. Male, fail, or meh?
Fail.
I agree. Fail. I like them. Not for me, though. Well, yeah, I can't say I like them. I like them.
Lotions, yeah, on my hands. On my hands, not whole body.
I'm not, I don't care for the whole smelling lotions and whatnot. Anyway, so we get, because 33% of men believe that it's manly, because smelling like a bourbon or cedar is a manly flex. 40% believe that it's a fail. If it's glittery or vanilla bean, we've got a problem. 27% believe that it's meh, functional, but let's not overdo it. The 33% like rugged scents. The 40% just want to smell like hard work. Nah, I don't like that either.
No, coming out of work, having that smell on you.
Yeah. All right, so since we only have 2 more on the list, let's do some Barstool banter. Yeah, Barstool banter.
Some good stories.
Barstool Banter, brought to you by Buenos Dias Media, where great stories come to life. Welcome to Barstool Banter, the segment where your wildest, funniest, and most unforgettable stories take center stage. Whether it's that crazy night out with the guys, a hilarious encounter at the bar, a day out with the family, or an unforgettable moment with friends, we want to hear it all. Each week, we dive into your emails, share the best stories, and pick our favorite one, and who knows, maybe even win a prize. So grab a drink, light it up, pull up a stool, and let's get into some Barstool banter.
All All right, so this first one was sent to us through our Contact Us section of gridontherocks.com. Comes from Jeff from Wisconsin. Subject is the Great Chili Cook-Off Fiasco. Hey, Grid on the Rocks team. Barstool banter, huh? Well, I've got a story for you that'll spice things up. Last winter, my neighborhood hosted a chili cook-off. Naturally, I entered because my chili recipe is, and I quote, legendary. Okay, so it's just my mom's recipe with extra hot sauce, but still. Anyway, I show up with my slow cooker, ready to take home the golden ladle. And then I see my nemesis, Dave from down the street. Dave's the kind of guy who grills steaks in January just to remind you he's tougher than you. Turns out, Dave didn't make chili. He made elk chili. That's right, elk. Who even has elk? So the competition starts, and people are raving about his chili. Meanwhile, mine is simmering along like a loyal golden retriever. Dependable, but not flashy. I start panicking. That's when inspiration or stupidity struck. I dumped a whole bottle of ghost pepper hot sauce.
Oh.
Why? I wanted to add flair. Spoiler alert, bad idea. The judges took one bite and started sweating like they were in a sauna. Dave's elk chili won, of course, but now everyone remembers me as Ghost Pepper Jeff. Lesson learned, don't mess with chili gods. Cheers, Jeff from Wisconsin. Okay, that was okay.
It was all right, but I consider that was stupidity. Ghost pepper, come on, ghost pepper.
Nah, I love chili. I can't mess around with the spicy. Like I make my chili with a little kick, but not spicy. I can't eat that. I usually make chili.
I used to. I can't eat spicy no more.
All right, so second one comes through us. This was actually submitted through our Facebook page. Comes from Marcus from Alabama. And he titled it The Lawn Mower Showdown. Hey, y'all. Got a little tale for Barstool banter. So my neighbor Hank and I have an unspoken rivalry when it comes to our lawns.
Wait, yo. I got this movie in my head, and it's sort of the same scenario. Go ahead, and I'll explain after.
His grass is always a little greener. His lines are a little straighter. So one Saturday, I decided to show him up. I borrowed my cousin's zero-turn mower. It's basically the Ferrari of mowers. I'm talking cup holder, headlights, and a seat more comfortable than my recliner. There I was, mowing in perfect diagonal lines, imagining Hank watching jealously from his window. I was crushing it until accidentally mowed over his sprinkler head. Water shot up like Old Faithful. Before I could react, I slipped, landed butt first in the mud, and had to sit there soaking wet while Hank walked out with his coffee, laughing like a maniac. Now every time I see him, he calls me Splash Zone. Moral of the story, don't mow angry. Stay muddy. Marcus from Alabama. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was going to go a different way. The movie that I'm talking about, you must have seen it. It's from Richard Pryor. It's called Moving.
I remember the name of it. I don't remember.
Well,
watching.
I think
I probably watched it as a kid, but
yeah, it's an old movie, and he has a neighbor, and I'm not sure if his name is Hank, and he comes out with this huge lawnmower. I mean, I think it has a car motor on it.
Jeez.
And that shit is loud. That's not the thing. He moves from there. He's happy. He's moving. Well, Richard Pryor is moving from there. So he's all happy because he's going to a bigger house, and he's getting away from him. You
Okay.
know, the thing is that once he goes to that other house, his neighbor's brother lives on that side and on the house next to his,
Jeez.
and his lawnmower has two motors, I think, and it's even louder. So it's just like I had that scenario right in my head.
I haven't watched a Richard Pryor movie in years.
You should watch that one.
And I know exactly the cover and everything of the movie is him with like the hand truck, like carrying shit like this.
Right.
The white background. Like I remember it. I just don't remember the movie. I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw it as a kid. I just don't remember it.
Dana Carvey comes out in it.
Okay, number 3. Ryan from Oregon. Subject: the IKEA couch debacle. Hey, Grit on the Rocks. Love the show. Keep it up. It's actually one of the few podcasts I look forward to every week. Thank you very much, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one for Barstool Banter. Me versus IKEA furniture. Last month, my girlfriend and I decided we needed a new couch. She picked one from IKEA because it's modern and affordable, quote unquote. Translation: it's a nightmare in a box. The instructions were just pictures of faceless cartoon dude looking confused. That should have been my first clue. 4 hours in, I'm sweating bullets, holding what I'm pretty sure is a leg, but might also be a decorative armrest. My girlfriend is supervising, which let me be honest, means critiquing every move while scrolling on Instagram. By hour 6, I have 3 leftover screws, 2 blisters, and a couch that leaned like it had a hangover. My girlfriend said, "It's fine. We'll just throw a pillow under that side." Now, every time I sit on it, I hear a faint creak that reminds me of my failure. Lesson learned: IKEA doesn't test your patience. It tests your relationship. Thanks for the therapy session, Ryan from Oregon. That's a good one.
I never bought an IKEA, so
my God, I was about to ask you that. Have you ever bought anything in IKEA?
No, I never bought an IKEA, but I'm guessing the way I hear everybody talk about it is like you have to build everything.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
so
like-
it's nothing. It's not like you can buy something complete. It
First
is
of all,
complete, but in a box.
First of all, let's start with the store. IKEAs are fucking mazes. This is not a regular. I don't know why they designed it that way. I'm pretty sure all of them are like that because that's their thing. It's a furniture store. I mean, they sell stuff for the house.
Right.
You can find bowls and pots and all this type of shit for the house. Find bookshelves and beds. And yeah, it is cost effective because it's cheaper. But you have to put together every fucking little piece. And again, going back to the store's a fucking maze. You don't walk into like a regular store. That's not how IKEAs work. You walk in and you have to follow a path.
Oh, really?
You can't go back that way. No, it's a maze. It's literally you walk in, and once you start going through sections, you're walking in one direction. And you're walking, and then if 20 minutes, you remember like, oh shit, I wanted to get that. Now you got to find a way to go back the same way you came to get back to that section.
Oh, damn.
It's not an open store where you walk in and you walk through aisles. That's not how IKEA works. Don't get me wrong. They sell some banging meatballs. That's another thing. That's their thing. They have like a cafe inside IKEA. And they're known for their Swedish meatballs. This is a Swedish store.
Right.
And their food is amazing. Fucking great. But I hated the experience because I was looking for a bookshelf. And holy shit, we had to walk and we couldn't find the section. And then we finally made it and they didn't have what I was looking for. And a maze. That's what it is. Then to pay is another issue. And then to get out the store, it's another one because now you got to find which exit takes you. You can't just pay anywhere. You have to pay at the place that is close to the exit. It's weird. Yeah, that's IKEA. All right, so let's finish off this list with our last two, number 6 and number 7.
You didn't say the winner. The winner's the third one.
Oh yeah, I gotta say, number 3, Ryan from Oregon. Yours was the best. Let's get you a little something here if I can find it. Oh, here it is.
Hey, it was kind of on a delay.
So, Ryan from Oregon, you are today's winner.
Kudos.
A shout out. What's up, Ryan? All right, number 6 of the list of 7 types of women that you should not date or marry. If you see any of these red flags so far, let me go down. We've talked about the manipulative woman, the narcissist woman, the drama queen woman, the emotional ghost, right? The emotional unavailable woman, the control freak woman. And now number 6 is, I gotta get a drum roll. The boozy wild card, which is substance abusers. Dating someone with some substance abuse issues can be emotionally tumultuous and potentially dangerous.
But that goes both ways.
Yeah. Substance abuse can impair judgment, lead to erratic behavior, and strain the relationship with lies and instability. Quote, this is the woman who turns a casual glass of wine into a full reenactment of a reality show reunion. One moment she's fine, the next she's crying because a commercial reminded her of her childhood goldfish. So yeah, it does go both ways. If you have a person with substance abuse, again, this is something that I say can be hidden. And all of a sudden you marry this person or move in with this person and you find out that, holy crap, this person has a problem. So this is a little bit different. But if it's something that you know beforehand, then again, it's something to address. And if it's not something you're willing to deal with, it is time to keep it moving. Or if you're already married or living with this person, then it's something to discuss and have something done about it. But if not, eventually I guess it's time to kick rocks. All right, number 7. The cheater McSneaky. I guess that's a cute name for like an unfaithful woman. So trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship. Women who repeatedly betray their partner's trust through infidelity undermine the core values of commitment and loyalty, causing irreparable damage to the relationship. If she's always guarding her phone like it's a nuclear, like it's the nuclear codes, that's a red flag. This is the woman who'll have you thinking you're paranoid, but it turns out she's auditioning for The Bachelor. So yeah, again, and just like every other one that we said, this applies both ways.
Mm-hmm.
If you see your
and they
spouse,
all could be hidden.
You see your spouse, and you see them guarding their phone with like their life, and look at my phone. It's like, oh, let me see your phone for a second. It's like, for what? No. They change their password. They have like 1 million passwords for every single thing. They have a different
facial
password.
recognition.
Yeah, like, you have 1 million passwords on your phone, your Facebook, your Instagram, your emails. Everything has a different password. God forbid you give it to your spouse. You're always hiding. You get a panic attack if you leave your phone unattended for a moment. Yeah, it's time to take a closer look. So that was the list of 7 women, and I guess 7 men who you don't want to date or marry. And again, if you're already in the relationship, it is time to address it. If you identify with any of these, and try to work it out, because love is love, and you don't want to just throw it away. But again, if you just start dating and you see this, those are red flags that you got to address immediately and get out while you can. If it's things that you find out after you're already in love with this person, you live with this person, you marry this person, you have kids with this person, then again, it's a conversation that is needed. Seek counseling if you need it. I mean, whatever it is to make it work, to change these behaviors. But if not, then it is time to hit the dusty roads. So yeah,
mosey on the old dusty road.
Yep. So nobody's perfect. We all got our quirks and flaws, but these are the types of red flags you don't want to ignore unless you're into chaos and heartburn. Remember, relationships should add to your life, not leave you questioning your life choices every other Tuesday. So for future episodes, we'll have 40 lessons to teach your kids. We have why people cheat and how to avoid falling into that type of mess. And so much more. Got a few lined up. So till next time, stay gentlemanly and classy. Keep your spirits high, your cigars lit, your glasses full, and your conversations meaningful. Cheers.
Cricked on the rocks tonight, met with hearts